Greetings everybody, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we worked on the Space Dogs area right over here on this peninsula. Of course, I haven't updated the maps yet, so nothing actually shows up there, but we made a bridge that goes across like this way, I think, and then we diverted this path, and then we put a whole bunch of stuff right in this area. We're going to continue to work on this peninsula today, but first guys, we're going to head over here for the hashtag Ask Jarvis question of the day. So today's Ask Jarvis question is, are we getting a Jarvis into space? That's the question. I've not a clue. Luckily, he's deferring on this one, so I'm going to say yes. Yes, we are. In fact, being serious for a moment, artificial intelligence is going to play a huge role in future space travel, both to the moon and to Mars. A massive role, because once you start getting out past the moon, you start experiencing a significant delay in a lot of the, basically a lot of the communications to go on between, people on spacecraft and people on Earth, communicating with them. And you're going to need an artificial intelligence to basically fill that gap, and also provide answers to questions that astronauts may have about operations, about systems, about basically anything. So yes, the answer is yes. So fill in for Jarvis on that one. He's taking a little bit of a day off. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on out to that peninsula out there, and we're going to start to work some more on the Space Dogs area. Alright guys, welcome back to the Space Dog area. Here we have the Space Dog head and another head over here. And the way I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking that this side represents the current Space Dogs we have. So this group of Space Dogs we got over here. Whereas this head over here, the one that cries lava whenever we throw a bone into here, this one represents the previous 5 Soviet Space Dogs we have that died in lava in the Cub Hub. So that's what I'm sort of thinking of this as, and the collar sort of represents like a common bond or theme between them. And yeah, the Soviet Space Dogs on this side, this group, they cry lava because they died in lava. Very sad. And then, yeah, once they get a bone, then, yeah, they stop crying. So what we need to do now is we need to make this thing right here, this whole portion right here, into some type of structure. I'm thinking like a giant bone up here, maybe. Maybe like a bone like floating in the sky would be cool. Or maybe it's on the ground. Maybe we have it like right here or so. That could also be cool. But we need to make some type of structure around this. I prefer to have sort of glass in here as well, so that we can actually like look through this. But we need to have something right here between where the thing launches, where the bone launches, and where it burns in lava. So I'm going to go ahead and make some type of structure right here. It might be a bone. It might be something else. It might just be like a tube or something. But we need something here to, besides just this floating lava right there. So anyways, let me go ahead and make that, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so there we have it. We got our bone up. We got the bone blocks making it up, as well as some white stained glass panes. And I also went ahead and changed up the area where we throw the bone in, right here. So this is now logs instead of quartz as it was before. I think it looks a lot better. It's a lot more natural looking. So yeah, that is the bone and the memorial area upgraded. And now I think it's time we go ahead and make a plaza here. So this is a lot of grass right here. We want to probably replace this grass, I'm thinking, with stone slabs. Just sort of regular stone slabs around here. We could even make it so that this area is a little bit higher up. So that it sort of like sets the dog head back a little bit. And then we'll do that probably around here, all the way to probably like back here somewhere. Or maybe somewhere in this region. Like right here, we'll have it curve around here, and then come back over right here. So it's going to take up basically this whole peninsula right here. So I may try to implement a couple other blocks in the design, but I think stone slabs are going to be the main component, I believe. So yeah, I think that's the next step. Go ahead and make that plaza type area. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some stone slabs and get to work. Alright guys, so we now have our plaza complete, and this is what it's looking like right here. You can see we went with some stone slabs around the outside here. That sort of sets back the dog's head a little bit, especially when you come from the bridge down here. So it's sort of, you can sort of see it looming over. It still sets it back here, and then you have like this little pathway here leading to the actual dog head and the bone and everything. We also went with some Podzol and some Dark Prismarine in the form of angled lines here. So every 3 blocks or so, there is Dark Prismarine lines. And same go in the opposite direction. Lines are right here, and they sort of crisscross, which makes kind of an interesting pattern, especially when viewed from above. And then finally, we also went with some chiseled stone bricks because, yeah, I wanted to break up the sidewall from the actual ground here. So that is what we have at the moment. And I think it looks pretty good. I think it fits pretty well. If we look at it from above here as well, like when we're flying over, you can see what it looks like here. So not too shabby. Yeah, not too shabby. I think I was sort of debating if I wanted to keep these Dark Prismarine in here, but I think we're going to. Let me just test it out and see what it looks like without those. Yeah, I think we're going to keep them in there for now. I think they fit better than without them. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll put those down there, and then we need these 2 right here. So now that we're done with the little plaza here and this part of the memorial, we're now ready to move on to the next part, which is going to be the piano that plays itself. For this, I think we will make the piano in this area right here. There was a mushroom here which I took down, and I also moved the dogs over there so we have some room to work without having to worry about dogs getting in our way. And this functional piano, as I said, it'll be a piano which plays itself, so it'll just simply sit here and play forever without any player input or anything like that. So I need some quartz, I need some daylight sensors, I need some more redstone stuff, which I think I have my box in here. Yeah, there it is. So we'll bring this out here, I'll get some quartz and some daylight sensors, and we'll build this thing. Alright guys, so here we have it. We have a piano that plays itself now. I wanted this thing to both look like a piano and sound like a piano, so we went with, yeah, the piano shape right here. We got the keyboard right here, observers, of course, which is very similar to what I made in our base, except that these are exposed to the sky now. And you'll see, if I just wait here for a moment, we should see, yep, there it is, piano playing itself. And then we should see a couple down here activate, I think. Yeah, cool. So it sort of just goes back and forth with that same beat every time the daylight sensors here change their power level, I should say. So that's how the piano plays itself, just through the daylight sensors activating. These pressure plates here, these don't really do anything. These are just for effect. These are supposed to be like the pedals of the piano. But yeah, you can hear it activate itself. You can also play it manually. If you wanted to, and you can also change the tune just by switching up these 2 inverted daylight sensors, so that changes it a little bit. So yeah, now we should see it play a little bit more. Like it plays a lot during the night and or the dawn and the dusk, I should say. So we should see this play a few times. Yeah, so you can see how it works basically. Pretty straightforward. There's also way up here, I'm not sure if you can even see it. No, you can't, well, you can barely see it right where my cursor is. Right there. There are actually cobwebs, 3 cobwebs up there, and that's to separate this half from this half. So that does that as well, and yeah. So I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how this piano turned out. It looks really cool, looks like an actual grand piano, and it also has the functionality that I wanted. Plays during the day and the night, and is particularly active at dawn and dusk. So the next step is to go ahead and make some individual memorials for the Soviet space dogs. I'm thinking right now maybe we have some bones sticking out of the ground that are just a little bit smaller than this one over here. I think that would work out pretty well. Then we can also make maybe some banners with like a dog's face on it. So I'll make some custom dog face banners. And then we can have the old guard, the memorial for the old guard, being protected by the new guard, like these dogs over here, all these ones. So they will like each individually guard one of their fellow fallen comrades' memorials. I think that would be really cool. Anyways, that's the next step. Let's go ahead and build it. Alright guys, so we're now done with the area here, and we got the individual memorials up to the fallen space dogs. So you see we got Ugle Jacques here with the dog banner right here, the bone. Put some end rods on the side so these things light up at night. And then, of course, the current space dogs are defending it. We got one dog at each memorial right here. This one's for Laika, it looks like. And, of course, yeah, piano keeps playing. And then if we come on down here, we have the other 3 dogs right here. This one's Veterok right here. This one is Strelka, I believe. Yep, Strelka. And, of course, yeah, the living dog right here. And then Belka. So, yeah, those are all of the memorials for the Soviet space dogs we're going to do. And I think this whole area turned out pretty nice. You know, we got the big thing right here. We got the music going right there. And then we got the individual memorials as well. So, not a bad area. Not a bad area. Although I do want to see what this area looks like from above. So, I think we're going to go and take a look at the map and update the map. So, let me get to the base here real quick, and we'll see what it looks like right now. So, guys, this is what it looked like before we added everything in the last 2 episodes right here. And here's what it looks like after. So, you can see these are the 2 dog heads right here. Big bone right there. Got the piano down here. And then these gray rectangles here all around the area. Those are the individual memorials. So, that sort of gives you a overhead view of the layout of that area. And yeah, fits in quite nicely with the rest of the island. So now that that is done, I think we are going to switch gears here for a moment. I want to go to the community area because there is a door that Scar has wanted me to build for quite some time, leading down into the underground community area. So we're going to head out there and we're going to do some work to make a door out there for Scar. Alright guys, welcome back to the community area, and you might notice around here that some things have changed. Quite a lot has changed, actually. Scar has come through and he's placed down a whole bunch of crops and fences. I think there's also a couple of houses over here. Hopefully this is not spoilers. I think this is something he's shown already. But yeah, there's like some dilapidated houses around here. There are, I think over in some spots, yeah, some nether wart popping out of the pathways. Yeah, there's a house here that's been like flooded and totally destroyed by this river coming in here. And yeah, Scar has done a lot of work here, so I wanted to make a door that could sort of shut off this top area from the bottom area, because this whole area is somewhat of a disaster, let's be honest. So, if we come on over here, I've actually made such a door already. And obviously we have to sort of work on this area a little bit, but yeah. Please mind the door. Thanks. So this is the door right here. It's not anywhere close to done. I just sort of threw it together real quickly here. And yeah, all it takes is a lever flick, and there we go. So that is the door right there. Closes. It's 6 wide and 4 tall. And then, of course, it also goes back just like that. So we have just normal pistons here on the bottom and then up here on the top. So all these blocks move down. Then we have a slime block triple piston extender on the side here. And I can probably just jump in here to show you guys. So yeah, this is the triple piston extender right here on the side. We have another triple piston extender on this side right here. And then we have a double piston extender with a little additional bit of stuff back here to get the pulse correct. But a double piston extender right up here. So 2 triple piston extenders and 1 double piston extender make up this whole door. And I'll just show you guys again here. I need to work a little bit on the timing still, but I think overall it's pretty good. And then we just, yeah, reverse that. So I think it's pretty cool. I want to have a lever on this side and a lever on that other side, like over here probably somewhere. So I'm going to work on that, and I want to get the timings a little bit better too, because we can reduce the time it takes to close and open, I think, by quite a significant amount. Especially the opening here. I think that can definitely be improved quite a bit. So I will work on that. I also want to work on the decoration. I think we're not going to go with these oak wood. I think we want to go with acacia wood, because that's mostly what Scar has used down here. I'm pretty certain. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is acacia. Yeah, acacia wood. So I think we'll go with acacia wood here instead of oak wood. And then we want to try and hide the door as best we can. So like this obsidian is not going to be showing and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and work on this a little bit more. But we have most of it done already. So let me just go ahead and fix it up, tidy it up a little bit, and I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we've now made the cave door much quicker, both in the opening and closing, and we've also hidden a lot of the stuff that made it look ugly before. So instead of the wood here, we went with some stone, and we also got rid of a lot of the droppers that were sitting, for instance, like right here, as non-movable blocks. So we got rid of a lot of those, except for this dropper back here, and it's kind of recessed a little bit. The other slime block, by the way, is hidden behind this stone block right there, so that is that. And so if we go ahead and close this thing, it goes from apparently a normal cave with a slime block in it to a dead-end cave right here. So if you were walking down here, I think it's pretty reasonable to assume, you'd think, well, this pretty much ends here, so better turn around and go back. But that is not the case. Of course, you can always open it with the flick of the lever right there. And not only do we make it a little bit quicker, we also added another input right here. So if we go ahead and flick the lever here, you can see it closes right there. It doesn't look quite as good as it does from the other side on this side, but it doesn't need to, because the idea is that the hermits all came down inside here to escape the evil above. So it makes sense that it only, fool people from the other side, not this side. And then, of course, the opening from this side looks just like that. So that is our cave door right there, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's like 6 blocks wide and 4 blocks tall, so I'm pretty happy with it. Just sort of made it up on the fly as I went, so not too bad. Not too bad for a cave door. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to have to call that an episode for today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. As always, thanks again for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.